Oh, hey there. And we're back like herpes. All right. This is part 2 of the vault. Most of these cars are my personal favorites that I have kept out and that are either doubles of my personal collection or they're just premiums, valuable cars and things like that that I've kept along the way that I didn't put in my actual JDM collection. To check out that full collection, it's in the link. There's lots to look at, and they're all in protectors. They're excellent, amazing, vast JDM collection. You'll love it. You'll love these ones too. These are all great cars and rare and hard to find as well. As I'm trying to get a good angle of this, you might have recognized this car from my previous videos. You might have seen both of mine. Put the Lamborghini machine in when I was talking about the exotic cars. I'm just going to see if I can turn that because I was making Wolf of Wall Street jokes on that one. You know, and if you knew the movie, let's move this up a little front here. If you did see the movies, they actually did crash that, which is pretty interesting. This one, I've had myself. I've had this ever since I was a little kid. It might have been my brother's at the time, but it's in excellent condition. I got a metal base on it, and it was made in '87, so I'm sure that's when I got it, or one of us for our birthdays at my house. This is the Countach, obviously, and what I wanted to show you on this was the headlights. Do you know where this is going yet? Get an angle here you can see. Sure, these were pop up and down headlights, being in the 80s. Pop up and down headlights, up and down headlights. Donut Media, right? James Humphrey. All right. When this came out, the Countaches didn't have this wing on the back. It was like a special order option for, I think it might have even been a celebrity. And so it just looked like, you know, like this. And these were the vents right here that are sticking up. You can't quite see that are white. Come on, camera, right there. These are actually big inlet vents. They found that the spoiler actually inhibited the performance, and so when they made it a production car, they took it off. But too many people wanted it on, and wanted this look and wanted the look of a poster car. Us of that age, we all had a poster of this on the wall. Mine was red, and it had the big spoiler. And of course, if you see the one on the wall and you're going to buy one, you want the one that's on the wall. People bought these, and if you know the car, it is actually kind of crappy. If you can see the, right here, if I can get it on the window, that line right there we go. That rolled down in the middle. So you had one of those like race car windows trying to go through a drive-through. If you've seen Jay Leno's garage, he used to drive a Countach as his daily, and to see him go through McDonald's and try to get fed through that little window was so funny. Another thing that's interesting about this one that I got to bring up is how tiny these tires are. Look at the overhang on these wheels. Like, bruh, your fitment is off. It's so bad. I think I got my camera turned down a little too far here. Let's see. Okay, there you can see it much better. Look at how tiny that is. They should have stuck those. You know what? I'm going to grab it. Hold on, people. Give me 1 second. I'll show you what I was talking about that last time, because I'm guessing if you didn't see that last video, you won't know what I'm talking about. Some of the newer Hot Wheels, as they're finally coming out with new wheels and tire combinations, look how thick these are. If you can read behind my thumb, this is the SRT Demon. Not going to go too much into this casting. I already did. It's awesome. But look at these wheels. Let's hold this up here. Look at this one. These big fat ones would have worked really, really good. But that's okay. We got our 80s Lamborghini machine. Hot Wheels right from the 80s. Now the car that I had in the front that rolled out of the back, you'll probably recognize too. This was a special car that was in a 10-pack, maybe even a 20-pack. And so I had it loose because you never find it in a package by itself. And I wanted it because it's an awesome JDM car. And it was very tunable. And it's the TT 300 ZXTT, the twin turbo. And this one specifically has really, really great paint on it and the wheels. But this one specifically, the lights in it, I don't know if you can see. I think they might be part of the lens, actually. This one's the American version, actually, too. Wheels on this side. So this is the US one that we got. That's interesting. So anyways, the lights on this. I don't have a Diablo, but if you remember me saying, it was so funny that when Lamborghini was making their Diablos, like the SVJ and the whatever it was, the special editions in 96 and 95, I think, when that first came out, they couldn't develop these headlights for some reason. And they didn't have pop-up and down headlights. I think in the 90s it already passed those security and those safety tests. So what they did is they took these Nissan headlights. There we go. And they put those headlights in the Lamborghini machine. I don't know what year they started that. And like I said, you can kind of tell from looking at it, these are pop-up and downs. For sure, and now that I think about it. But they had to put those Nissan headlights in the Lamborghini machines. And so a lot of people would rise or rib, whatever you want to call it, the Lamborghini owners, because they'd go up to them and, hey, did you know that's Nissan headlights? Those aren't Lamborghinis, that's Nissan. And all they did was put a sticker, an actual sticker over the Nissan name and put it in the Lamborghini cars. And it's trash. So that one's toast. This car, I think, even had four-wheel steering at the time. It was one of those ones that Nissan went crazy with the Telsa system. If I said that right, I actually don't remember at the moment. But I think this had four-wheel steer and then twin turbos. It was underrated car for sure, and the T-top was great. So I had to bring that up. Smash and crash. Decent cars. This one, of course, is the one that was in my vault because it's just, I couldn't replace this even if I had the money. It's so nice, in such good condition, and looks brand new. Once again, too, I think I mentioned before, my brother and I were really good with our toys, actually. We never took the Hot Wheels ones specifically in the tub because we knew they'd get rusty. And we knew they were the cool ones because they went on the tracks, of course. So there's that. There we go. That's the start of the vault number 2. Keep that going. Let's get into an actual premium. What does that say on the back there? What else do we have rolling in here? Where's the other ones at? Probably hear it coming when the VTEC kicks in. Obviously, if you can guess by now, these are the Civics. Couple generations here. In my collection, I have the EK9, the EG, the EF. Is that what this one is? I can't even see. Yep, this is the EF. This is the EG. And this is the STI. I have the EK9 as well. And I don't have it out because they're so hard to find and so valuable at the time when I got them that I just didn't want to open them. But I do have the yellow EK9 Type R with the red interior like this one. This is the American one too, you can tell. This STI is so nice. It comes in different couple colors. You can hear that this is textured. Not many of these cars have carbon hoods. So this, I just thought that was so sick that that's actually textured carbon hood. And it's even got pins. That's so sick. Nice gold wheels. And it even got the paint on the back. So this one is definitely my selection. Of course, they're in my selection, all my selection. This one's from the vault, the STI, the EG's in the vault. This EF, if you remember in my loose ones, this is just one that I had loose. I have the blue one in my collection. And this one isn't in a vault or in a collection right now because there's nothing on the back. That's why it's just loose in my other stuff, because I just didn't think it was good enough. So kind of those two to the side. You have to recognize this one, right? The spoon. To me, for some reason, these always look like Smurf cars. Smurfs were not yellow, but it looks like Smurf car to me for some reason. This being a premium, it's got the extra paint on it. Oh, poor Mr. Civic is completely ditched. Let's just back you up here. It did have a license plate, but you can't see it, obviously. Maybe it's because it's the race car. This too, a lot of these cars, like this one, you could just go to the lot and buy it. It's just a Civic if they had it there. This STI, same thing. Stock car, anybody could buy these. This was one of a kind. This was a race car. This was someone's car in real life. And more than the details and the history on it, I actually don't know. I didn't look it up. But this one being premium, it's got the really nice glossy paint on it. It's got more details in it with that paint too. And it's got that sunroof, but I can't see through the smoky windows. But it is a Japanese car, and the wheel is on the right side. We're losing cars down here. But as I was saying, this one, of course, has the rubber tires on it. And it has those weird wheels. It's always too bad that they make them black, because black just looks like a toy. They're going for the realism. You should put on some better wheels. Otherwise, you have to have somebody showing you and rolling it back and forth. Look at the toys. Look at the wheels. Where obviously something even like this one just is so sick. But it's the cheap plastic. Actually, that does look really good. Damn, imagine rolling up in this thing. Okay. I've never been a fan of these little hatchbacks. Even though in real life I had a Focus. It was trash and I loved to beat on it. But this little hatchback is crazy. This spoon one, I guess I'll just show you the metal on the bottom of it. And those are the tires. Yep, nice and rubbery. Really great car. I have a few of these. I've sold a bunch of these and made a fair bit of profit off this car. So I really like it, and I keep it in the vault just because it's one in real life. This is somebody's car. It's more special than these generic ones. These ones have nicer wheels though. Dang, that looks good on camera. Should make a rolling video next or something. Okay, there's some Civics that I have open. In my collection, I have a couple EK9s, and they're both Type Rs. One's in the Neon Speeders list, or series, I guess you'd want to call it. And I have the regular EK9, like I said, the yellow with the red interior, but I don't have the Super. This one that I'm playing with my hand here, you might recognize it from my other videos as well. This is not a Civic. This is a CRX. It's the 83 model, 1983 model, but this is based on the 4th or 5th gen Civic, which might have been the EF. I don't know the specifics on the Civics very well, but this car, this black one, the CRX, again, was in a special multi-car pack, and you can't get this casting without that. This casting is a mid-engine car. Again, this is a one-off real life, someone's car. The people that did this, like I said, used the parts off the Civic. That's why it's very similar. The CRXs were already similar to the Civics. But this CRX and this Civic have a lot in common. This was made by Spoon, and this one was done by Mugen. Yes, that you heard me. They put this as a mid-engine Civic, or CRX, I'm sorry, and used Civic parts. They put a wide body on it and the extras, and so we got the legendary Spoon and Mugen in the same shot. How sick is that? So this one's just loose because, like I said, it was in that collector pack, so you can't get it in a protector or protect it anyway than just having it loose. And it's awesome. So you wouldn't be able to see a lot of these details either if it was locked up in a box. Like, I would never have been able to see that engine. They didn't say what's in there, but it looks like I can see four headers on each side, so it must be a V8 in there. That would be insane. A little hatchback. If you know this CRX in real life, it's much smaller even than this Civic. And if it had a V8 in it, if that's what they actually put in it, that would be unbelievable. I don't think they did, actually. We need to do some more research on that. But how sick is this? Mugen and Spoon. Both Hondas. What? Okay. Next we're going for... Oh boy. Maybe you can recognize this one. I'll give you a second while I find that car here. The Vault's big. The Vault has many cars in it. Alright, was that in focus here? The coolest thing about this car is its wheels and tires. I think this is the only Hot Wheel I've seen that has wheel marks on it like that. And those are on the wheels, or is it on the tire? Oh, no. You see me pick it off there. It's actually on the wheels. That's cool. I did not know that. I actually haven't looked at this very much because I'm not a Ford fan. I'm not an RTR fan. And I really don't like Vaughn. He's kind of a douche, I think. But is this his car? What does that say on there? I actually can't even see it. Whatever that says. Should say like Slide Street is what this was out of. Looks like it just says... Hold on a second. I'll put this one up here. Where's that magnifying glass? When you get old, you gotta get a magnifying glass out and read what this stuff says. It says... What does that say? I actually can't read it, guys. I can't read what that says. Are there any glasses on? What does that actually say? Like motor? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. But this was in one of the slide streets. I think it was the second slide street that had the Forsberg Z in it and the Turret Corolla and the S14, that what's his name? But this is obviously the RTR drift car without their liveries on it. But I do like the green accents. That is pretty cool. And obviously this is a premium. It's really heavy, has the middle bottom and those rubber tires. Those wheels though really, really do make this casting. It's obviously the new Mustang. I'm not even gonna rattle that off. Can you see the RTR right there? Funny enough, Ford's going to be taking over the drifting and racing, and now that they've got that new contract in F1, and they're American-based, not JDM, that we're going to see a lot more people using Ford products, Ford cars. They have that Coyote engine now too, so they can use that, and they're developing the F1 engine. I don't know if it is the Coyote engine, but if you know, you know. So why do I have this other crazy Mustang here? You might have seen it from my other videos too. Wow, that green never gets old. So that green one is not in the vault. Like I said, it was just in my loose collection. It's even rusty, actually. I think my little buddy, yeah, it is. I think my little buddy took this in the tub a few times. If you recognize this car and the colors, you'll know what this is. This is that stupid engine swapped Ford from Fast and the Furious. They put an RB in this. Do you remember that? Stupid. So these are probably the only two Mustangs I have and probably will ever have. But they go together. That green is so nice. I just love it. I'd love to have a car in this color. The metal fleck in it is just, it's not even a premium. Ooh. Like if you agree, comment if you, oh man, look how that shimmers. I love that color. Let's just keep spinning this around and looking at this for 20 minutes or half an hour. Okay. But this is obviously in the vault because it is actually a drift car. There's no way I'm putting a Ford in my JDM collection. I'm just going to leave this one here for a second. I just love the paint while we go and grab the next car. All right. Yes, I'm so excited for this. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, let's get rid of this bad boy. I'm going to show you another one that was popular. Oh, is that too fast? It's probably because it's got a turbo in it. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy now. Did you guess what this was yet? This is the RX-7. Right, the FC. This is one of the nice models. I think this was the Series 5. I'm not sure. There's so many RX-7s. I'm not going to go into that. In my collection, if you look on my website, I have all of them. The old one, this one, the 7, the 8, the drift models, I have all of them. So there's that. What I wanted to show you about this, as I already showed you, is this is in my loose collection. I have the black one that I showed you. I could pull that out too, but they're exactly the same, and it's just the black one's harder to see. The reason I'm pulling this out again is because in real life, there's a guy that made his own, and I forget his name, but you'll know exactly who I'm talking about as soon as you see this. The one and only Larry Chen did an autofocus on this car. His episode of the autofocus was amazing. They went into full detail on how they built this. I forget his name. Look at that. I think that's actually supposed to be white, but look at that feature. There's a roll cage in it, half cage anyway. I think the interior was supposed to be white, and I think it was supposed to be the Japanese model, actually. I think that might be an error on this one. This bad boy, definitely stock one, is the JDM car. The reason I have them both together is because he took the stock car. If you haven't figured out what company this is, I'm getting to it. He took the stock car and just exaggerated the things on it. Kept the pop up and down headlights. Kept those on there. They put the front down there from the rally car for those lights to make the front end. They put the wide body kit on it. Can you see the company logo yet if you don't know what car this is? Exaggerated the hood scoop. They exaggerated the tail here. Oh wow, look at that. I didn't know how to grade the license plate. What else does that say? RX-7 Turbo. Oh yeah. Can you see the company? So the car, this one here is just the stock basic version anybody could have bought. I have the white one to directly compare and go with this one. but it's in the protectors, and I'm not gonna open the white one just to do a little video side by side to showing that they're the same color and same car. I'm just gonna let you see it like this. I'm just looking at that for a second because it's so sick. It's so subtle, but they obviously tuned it as well. And it's obviously Rocket Bunny. Oh wait, Panda. Rocket Bunny. So still got the Rocket Bunny kit on it. And then the Gritty. It says Gritty there too, actually. Gritty on the license plate. I'm surprised that these aren't chromed. The more detail I look at it. They put everything else into it. Even got the keyhole right there. But you can see the wide body. I'll put this here too. You can kind of see a little bit on the wheel well right here. It does poke out a little bit, but they clearly stuck it on this one. This one, unfortunately, the wheels are kind of goofed too, but it's a premium. And those wheels, I think this was the first time I saw the wheels on a Hot Wheel car that small and with a chrome outline. When I saw that, I was like, I was so happy and so excited to get this because this is one of my favorite cars in real life. You can't buy this car. This is a one of one. Some dude owns this. It's a show car. I think they took it to Auto Salon, was what it was made for. And Larry's episode is about an hour long, and they go through the whole build details. These wheels, though, even compared to this RX-7, you can see how small they are and how slammed this looks because of the wheels and the fitment. But they're so much smaller. Like it's strange. I thought all the wheels were generic, same size. But this one, and if you remember my Miata series as well, I actually have it right here. This was the only other one that I know of that has these little itty bitty wheels, and they're not even the same. All the rest of them, and the premiums, and everything else that's there, like this one, the other premiums have these generic black ones that I don't like. And then some of them have those other like 5-6 spoke that are gray or silver that are really cool. But generally all the wheels are that size. So to see these little itty bitty wheels was really funny. This is a Miata. It's trash. It's not in my collection. It's from the Miata part. If you watched the other video, you can see all my Miatas. So this car has the sick wheels. It's got a body kit on it. It's licensed by Pando. It's got full deco, interior features, and it's a 1-for-1. Can you see the grid even on there? It's a 1-for-1 of a real car. It's so heavy. It's a premium. At the time, I ordered this right when it came out beforehand, like before it was released to the public, and I got this casting. I paid 60 Canadian dollars to get that car. I have a few of them now. I got a couple of them in a 2-car pack and stuff like that, so I was able to open them and have it because I had to see this. This is one of my favorite cars. I love using this and replicating this in the video games. Like, for example, Car X. I love this car. It's got such a sick wheelbase, and you can just... It's such a good car to drift in. I love it. So along with all RX-7s, my favorite cars that I have in my collection, I try to get at least one premium or one special car of the cars that I like, because the premium ones are obviously a little bit better. I don't know if there's a premium that's worse than the main line. That would be something to look into and make a new video of. I wonder what this is. I'm going to look and see what they actually just call this. It's just the RX-7 FC Pandem. That's all it says. So I found that very surprising because usually it's pretty hard to work with those companies because like Pandem Rocket Bunny isn't actually that big of a company, and so to get them to work on Hot Wheels was really amazing. With that though, we have some other Pandem stuff. Reach into the vault here. I got this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. So we're going to start off with another banger, like I was saying. This was one of the main reasons I wanted to get Hot Wheels. I knew this car was coming out. These are both Pandem cars, both one-off in real life. And the best part, I'm just going to set this back here. The best part is this actually says Formula Drift even right on it. This car, I forget his name, I might even say right here. Of course I can't read that again. Might say, I can't pronounce the Japanese names, I'm not even going to try it actually. But it actually does have this Hot Wheels livery on it. I don't like cars that say Hot Wheels on them. I like cars that are real, cars that are one of the unicorns, I guess you could call them. The guy drove this and he was actually sponsored by Hot Wheels. Kind of like Mad Mike, Toyo Tires, Pandem. That pig, he said was a little picture that his daughter would draw. And he was going to get it, like a tattoo or put stickers of it, whatever. And he actually put it on his car. I don't know if there was a story of her walking up and drawing it on a car one day or how that actually worked. But that little piggy is actually from his daughter. It's not even a tag. So, it's still cool, but it's not the tag that we thought it was. I haven't even mentioned what car this is yet. Obviously, the R32 Nissan Skyline. Pandem license plate is pretty cool. So, this one, I'm not even going to show you. I'm just going to show you that you can obviously see the rivet holes on this, and you can obviously tell that this is a wide body kit. It just looks like it's super fat. So that's what Pandem does. They don't even make cars. They just are a tuning company and make these body kits. So these are two Pandem cars from Hot Wheels. Okay? And they're both premiums. They're both in my vault. And I have both of them in packages and protectors for my collectors. This one we're going to talk about again too. This is one that I had to pay a lot of money for and pre-order before it came out because it was so hard to find. But I haven't got into the Skylines yet, so we're just going to set those back in the fuzz because we're talking about Pandem stuff right now. Speaking of Mad Mike and people that make stuff, this is another car. And it just crashed right off the cliff. This is another car that was in real life. Thought it could stay in focus? It almost did. I've already talked about this car. It's in my loose collection. I do have these. I have both of them. I showed you that there's two colors as well. Let's just back these up. These are just too nice to start mashing. I talked about these in my loose collection, and they do have them both colors in my JDM collection online. If you haven't figured it out yet, these are Mad Mike's Drift Attack cars. The Mad As they call it. It's a rotary car. I think there was 5 of them in there. And if you saw the videos of it, it screams like a banshee. When this car came out, people were asking him why he had a Hot Wheels car and there's no car. He was in the process of building it. And there's no deco on the back of this because I don't think they knew what it was going to look like because the car wasn't finished yet. But they still have recolors and it still doesn't have the deco on it, which is hilarious. This car, I'm actually not going to go into details of it, but it's a replica of the old 7D76, I believe it was. It was the homage to the old green and orange one that won Le Mans and that everybody knows as a rotary. But he wanted to make his own, look just like it, his own tube frame. They customized everything from the body, the frame, the engine, everything was fabricated on this car. And I think he eventually took it to the Festival of Speed when it was done. But we're talking about Pandem. His sponsor, that's obviously Mad Mike there, 123 Mad Mike. He's got the Rotiform sponsors. He actually has a real Hot Wheels sponsor too. The Mad Mike cars are goofy because they have big Hot Wheels flags on and stuff too. I don't really like that, like I said, but he is legitimately sponsored by them. Toyota tires, such and such. But Pandem helped him make the body kit. So he's got a Rocket Bunny kit on his Drift Attack car. There's more Pandem cars. Is that a Supra? Is that a Supra? Is that a Supra? Okay, you can tell by these shoddy wheels that this is not from my vault. This is just the loose collection. Is that a Supra? This is it has no paint on the back or nothing. I'm not going to go into the details of this. This is, some people call it the Mark V. This is actually the A90. The A91 now has a 6-speed manual in it. Yada yada yada. Toyota's finally going to make this their own engine, their own products instead of this being the BMW car. Blah 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 blah. Pandem. If you remember me showing you this last time, there's the sponsors on the side. The Grady is really nice. You can't quite see the colors, but on the white one, you can really see the green, not green, the yellow, green, the aqua, and the white. These are the Grady colors. And this would have been a Grady sponsored car, but it's not licensed. Whereas this one is. And if you notice on there too, the bottom, Pandem. So we got a Rocket Bunny kit on this too. And I think it's pretty obvious to see that the front wheels are wide. I think you can see the rivets on this one. You cannot. But you can see that obviously where the headlight ends. This is the kit. It's huge. On the back here, you can see, I'll put it in this, oh there you can kind of see, no, it's the gas. That's actually the gas tank, not rivets. You might be able to see some, but I'm not sure if you can. I'll turn it like that so you can see the back that they put, that was where the car would have ended. And then the body kit comes out wide. Makes more sense now, hey, compared to the last video I was showing that in. I was trying to see if I could do something with the wheels. I was going to wheel swap this, but I was just trying anything to see if the wheels would look better. And surprisingly, that crappy white and black looks better than just the black, even just this junk I was messing with. But there we go, there's another Pandem car. And that might actually be it for the Pandem cars. This one, this one, this one, that one. And it is. So there's quite a few. I don't have all of them. There are other cars that Pandem did with Rocket Bunny. Of course, same company. If you don't know the story, look it up. But these ones specifically, these three are all in real life cars that are people's cars that were owned and have special meaning and are one-offs that you cannot buy at a dealership. We're going to leave it there because I want to look at these myself. I want to look at them and that's about, I'll play with them. I'm going to play with them. I'm going to play with them first and put them away. That's what I'm going to call looking at them. This one has the best wheels on it. The chrome rims and the 5-spoke. By far the best. I wish they all had, even if they just had the same exact one as this, I wish they all had wheels like this. Just going to roll that back and forth, massage, massage. But how sick is this? I'm a Formula DJ fan, FDJ, I guess it would actually be called. Formula Drift Japan is my favorite. I'm not even that familiar with the American guys like Vaughn and Adam and those guys, and Matt and Chelsea and them. I don't really follow that very much. That looks so nice. But I'd rather watch somebody like Ken Gucci, even though now they brought him over. It makes me watch the Formula Drift here too. So there we go. Next, we're going to talk about, oh yeah, this is what we're going to talk about. I'm not even going to go into the wide body and comparisons right now because this is a long video. There we go. Have a good one. We're going to do the freaking Skylines next.